The silent power of letting go. Stoic wisdom for inner peace. Have you ever felt trapped by things you can't control? Emotions that drain you, relationships that weigh you down, or possessions that no longer serve you? We live in a world that constantly demands our attention, our energy, our very essence. But what if I told you that true freedom lies not in holding on, but in letting go today? I'll reveal the Stoic wisdom of releasing what no longer serves you, 8 powerful principles that will teach you how to silently eliminate the weight that holds you back, from toxic relationships to self-limiting beliefs, from material excess to the opinions of others. These are ancient truths tested by time, practiced by the greatest minds in history. And the best part, they are principles anyone can learn and apply immediately. By the end of this journey, you'll understand not just how to let go, but why holding on was never serving you in the first place. Before we begin, I ask that you leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications so you don't miss any new content. And if you're interested, at the end of the video, access our exclusive material in the pinned comment. Without further delay, let's begin. Principle number 1. Let go of the need for approval. Imagine carrying a heavy bag filled with the expectations of everyone you've ever met. Your parents, your friends, your colleagues, even strangers on the internet. How exhausting would that be? Yet this is exactly what we do when we seek approval from others. The Stoics understood something profound. Your worth is not determined by external validation. Marcus Aurelius once wrote that it's silly to expect bad people to not do bad things. The same applies to expecting everyone to approve of you. Some will, some won't. And that's perfectly fine. When you release the need for approval, something magical happens. You discover who you truly are beneath all those layers of people-pleasing, beneath the mask you wear to fit in. There's an authentic version of you waiting to emerge. This doesn't mean being rude or inconsiderate. It means understanding that your value comes from within, not from the fluctuating opinions of others. So ask yourself, how much energy am I wasting trying to please people who may never be satisfied? What would happen if I redirected that energy toward becoming the person I want to be? Principle number 2, release toxic relationships. The Stoics were clear about this. You become like the people you spend time with. Epictetus taught that we should be extremely careful about who we allow into our inner circle. Not everyone deserves access to your time, your energy, or your peace of mind. Toxic relationships come in many forms. The friend who constantly complains but never takes action. The family member who criticizes everything you do, the colleague who drains your enthusiasm, the partner who makes you feel small. These relationships are like slow poison. They don't kill you immediately, but over time they erode your spirit, your confidence, your joy. Letting go doesn't always mean cutting people out completely. Sometimes it means creating healthy boundaries, reducing contact, or simply refusing to engage in destructive patterns. The key is recognizing that your peace is more valuable than any relationship that consistently disturbs it. This is not selfish, it's self-preservation. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and you cannot shine when surrounded by people who dim your light. Principle number 3, let go of past mistakes. Guilt is a prison. We build ourselves brick by brick with every mistake. We refuse to forgive ourselves, for the Stoics understood that dwelling on the past is one of the most pointless exercises humans engage in. Seneca wrote extensively about the importance of living in the present moment. The past is gone. It exists only in memory, and memory is notoriously unreliable. Yes, you made mistakes, you hurt people, you failed, you fell short of your own expectations. Welcome to being human. But here's the truth. Those mistakes don't define you. unless you let them. Every master was once a disaster. Every successful person has a graveyard of failures behind them. The difference is that they learned to let go, to extract the lesson and leave the guilt behind. When you hold on to past mistakes, you're essentially choosing to live there in that moment of failure, instead of here in this moment of possibility. Forgiveness, especially self-forgiveness, is not about forgetting. It's about freeing yourself from the weight of what cannot be changed. Principle number 4. Release material attachment. Walk into any modern home, and you'll likely find it filled with things, possessions accumulated over years, many of which haven't been used in months or even years. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort and embraced simplicity, not because they were ascetics who rejected all pleasure, but because they understood something crucial. The more you own, the more owns you. Every possession demands something from you. Attention, maintenance, storage, mental energy, insurance, protection, worry. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men in the ancient world, chose to live simply. He could have had anything yet. He recognized that true wealth lies not in accumulation, but in contentment. This doesn't mean you should give away everything you own. It means being intentional about what you keep asking yourself. Does this add value to my life, or does it simply take up space? The freedom that comes from releasing material attachment is profound. Suddenly you're no longer defined by what you own. You're no longer chasing the next purchase, hoping it will fill the void. You discover that the void can only be filled from within. Principle number 5, let go of control. This might be the hardest principle to embrace. We desperately want to control outcomes, other people's behavior. The future, even the weather, seems like it should bend to our will, but the Stoics had a different approach. They divided everything into two categories: things within our control and things beyond it in our control. Our thoughts, our actions, our responses, our effort, our character beyond our control. Other people's opinions, the past, the future, natural events, outcomes. Most of our suffering comes from trying to control what cannot be controlled. Imagine trying to stop the ocean waves with your bare hands. That's what we do when we attempt to control the uncontrollable. Epictetus taught that freedom comes from focusing exclusively on what we can control and accepting everything else as it is. This doesn't mean being passive or not working toward goals. It means doing your best, then releasing attachment to specific outcomes. It means understanding that you can love someone, but you cannot make them love you back. You can work hard, but you cannot guarantee success. You can be kind, but you cannot control how others respond. When you let go of the need to control, you discover a profound peace, the peace of knowing you've done what you could, and that's enough. Principle number 6, release the fear of death. This might seem morbid, but the Stoics considered it essential. Marcus Aurelius began each day by contemplating his mortality, not to be depressing, but to be liberated. When you truly internalize that your time here is limited, everything changes. Petty concerns fade away, grudges seem ridiculous, fears lose their power. That embarrassing moment, that rejection, that failure, how much will it matter when you're on your deathbed? Probably not at all. The awareness of mortality is not meant to make you sad. It's meant to make you alive, to help you prioritize what truly matters, to spend time with people you love, to pursue meaningful work, to experience beauty, to grow, to contribute, to live fully while you still can. So many people live as if they have infinite time. They postpone joy, delay important conversations, wait for the perfect moment that never comes. The Stoics knew better. They understood that death gives life its urgency, its meaning, its impreciousness. Principle number 7, let go of limiting beliefs. You are not who you think you are. You're infinitely more capable than the stories you've been telling yourself. We all carry limiting beliefs, narratives we've internalized from childhood, from society, from past failures. I'm not smart enough, I'm not attractive enough, I'm too old, I'm too young, I don't have the right connections, I don't have enough experience. These beliefs become self-fulfilling prophecies because we act according to what we believe about ourselves. The Stoics understood that our perceptions shape our reality. Epictetus famously said, "It's not things that disturb us, but our judgments about things. If you believe you're incapable, you won't even try. If you believe you're unworthy, you'll sabotage opportunities. If you believe you're unlucky, you'll miss the good fortune right in front of you." Letting go of limiting beliefs requires brutal honesty. You must examine each belief and ask, is this actually true? Or is this just a story I've been repeating most of the time? You'll find it's just a story, and stories can be rewritten. Principle number 8, release the need to be right. How many relationships have been damaged because someone refused to admit they were wrong? How much suffering has been caused by the need to win every argument, to prove superiority, to never back down? The Stoics valued wisdom over ego. They understood that being right is far less important than being at peace. Marcus Aurelius wrote that it's possible to live well, even in a palace. The same principle applies here. It's possible to be happy, even when you're wrong, even when someone else gets credit, even when your opinion isn't validated. Think about the arguments you've had, the relationships you've strained, the stress you've carried just to prove you were right. Was it worth it? Probably not. Letting go of the need to be right doesn't mean abandoning your values or accepting falsehoods. It means choosing your battles wisely, admitting mistakes gracefully, and recognizing that sometimes harmony is more valuable than victory. We've reached the end of this journey, and I sincerely hope these 8 Stoic principles have given you a new perspective on the art of letting go. Remember, letting go is not giving up. It's not weakness. It's not defeat. It's the ultimate form of strength. It's choosing peace over chaos, freedom over bondage, authenticity over approval, the present over the past, and life over fear. The Stoics knew that we carry far more than we need to. They practiced the art of elimination, of simplification, of release, not because they were cold or detached, but because they understood that true power comes from within, not from external circumstances. As you move forward, I challenge you to ask yourself daily, what am I holding on to that no longer serves me? What weight am I carrying that I could set down? What would my life look like if I had the courage to let go? If this video resonated with you, leave a comment below with the phrase, "I choose freedom through release," so I know you've completed this journey and learned these powerful principles. Remember, you have everything you need already within you. The question is, are you willing to let go of everything else to discover it? Thank you for being here. Until next time, stay strong, stay free, stay stoic.